It's all sizzling new. Coming to 9. Sizzling new The Mentalist. It's all sizzling new on 9. Sunday on a new episode.
Patrick Jane, I'm Agent Teresa Lisbon.
Go back in time and see Patrick Jane's first day on the job.
I'm not a psychic. I'm a fraud.
It's a gift. You might as well use it.
His first case.
What do you do now?
We get up close.
Excuse me.
First suspects.
You are absolutely sure.
70%.
And first impressions.
No offense, but you have a bit of a homeless vibe about you.
A new Mentalist Sunday after The Good Wife. Only CBS.
Good evening on behalf of all of us at Warner Brothers Television. Welcome to this wonderful and well-deserved celebration of The Mentalist. 100 episodes and still going strong.
Never imagined that we would get to 100.
The thing that's kept us going for 100 episodes is the audience.
I kind of feel overwhelmed. It's shocking.
Considering this marriage of great writing, great acting, to be here now after all of these fabulous episodes, that is the stuff of true success.
The 100th episode. It was great fun to step back in time.
You get to see the true beginnings. It's vintage Mentalist.
We know how Jane kind of ends up there and how he weasels his way into the unit.
It was a lot of fun thinking about how everyone first met Patrick Jane and what they thought when they first saw him.
It was refreshing to do because there's an evolution in the character that we never saw.
The first Jane takedown, the first Jane solution to the mystery.
Changing the set, changing the way the actors look.
Owen had a very bad goatee. It was hard for him to grow it in time.
Unfortunately, mine looked like something that crawled across my face and died.
It wasn't his best look. I think there's a lot of things we haven't explored, and there's something about getting to try new.
Musical episode, definitely. I think Patrick Jane bursting into song is what's next.
I think that's the point where I'm going to be on vacation somewhere.
There's a lot of questions. We are going to find out quite a bit more about the team.
I think maybe Catch Red John.
Every episode you should be looking for clues.
I hope that.
The great part of doing this job is the challenge of trying to entertain.
We just give the people what they want.
So, ladies and gentlemen of The Mentalist, I congratulate you. Thank you all so much. Here's to 100 more episodes.
Even The Mentalist himself didn't see this one
Kind
coming.
of daunting, isn't it?
Only extra on the set with Simon Baker and crew for their huge milestone, a never-before-seen flashback to psychic Patrick Jane's first days on the job.
It's interesting doing this episode because it's 8 years ago from where we are. I'm like a week out of the nut house. So I could just pretty much be myself. Owen's character has a goatee.
And I'm doing all the cliches of beard acting. I'm like, run that by...
I think probably my experience of meeting Bruno and David Nutter, who directed the pilot, and when we first sat down together, and I'd just gotten off a flight from Australia, and we sat down that afternoon. You know, it's a 12-hour flight, and talked about the character when we were working on the pilot. So before we even started shooting, it was like 2 days. We started shooting the pilot, and 3 days after pilot aired, I got a bunch of emails and texts from different friends and associates that were excited about the show and really enjoyed it. And I think the response from the audience, the amount of people that showed up to watch it, was exciting because I thought, okay, well, we might have actually touched on something that has triggered a reaction with the audience, and that it was something that the audience liked and enjoyed and were willing to make a commitment to. And that was pretty exciting.
I think my most memorable memory from The Mentalist was from season 1. 4 more years after that, I was not able to outdo this. I had a stomach flu, and I kept a Ziploc bag in my back pocket to vomit in, because you can't be sick on a show. And there was a very sudden need to throw up, and I couldn't get my bag there soon enough, and I threw up on Simon. And I was really nervous about his reaction to it, and he was actually nice. He's like, I've got 3 kids, and they threw up on me all the time. It's okay. But yeah, I threw up on Simon Baker.
It was an episode that we wanted to do. We wanted to do it for for the fans of the show, because it's an episode that deals with the absolute origins of it.
Mr. Jane, I'm Agent Teresa Lisbon. You wanted to talk to me?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, it was great fun to step back in time for all kinds of reasons, just changing the set, changing the way the actors look, and just being able to play Jane at the beginning. He was a very different person when he first arrived, so that was a great fun for Simon as well, I think.
It was refreshing to do because there's an evolution in the character that we never saw. It was refreshing and exciting for me to play a character that hadn't sort of really found his place. Well, it takes place even before the pilot took place, so it's like 8 years earlier, and I don't know how we're going to pull that off physically, but it's a good episode. It's interesting. Yeah, in a lot of ways they did, yeah, in my own mind, but then obviously the writers had something else in their mind, and then we compare notes and see how it turns out. But I'm happy with it. I've seen it. I've seen the cut of it, and it's good. It's hard for him to grow it in time. So it was very sort of thin and penciled in. It almost looked like it was drawn on.
Lisbon told him to come by, read the Red John files.
I guess my favorite is still the teaser of the pilot. That was the scene I worked the most on, and that was the first time I saw Simon working with the material.
The pilot, still my favorite. I don't know if it was because it's all so new. Thought it was really edgy.
I still think the pilot stands out because it was kind of it felt like the truest intention.
Do you agree there?
It was the best. I think it was the best. But, and also for me, the ones that I direct are like little children,
And
I work a lot, I work pretty hard on that.
Well, that would make sense.
All I have is gratitude. We wouldn't be able to do 100 episodes if it wasn't for people to watch. And that's pretty much, that's it. We get the privilege of making a show for 100 episodes because there's enough people to watch. And if you don't have the audience, we all know what it's like. You don't end up on TV.
So hopefully 100 more.
We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because our fans have been very loyal. We've been shifted from different times. So we started on a Tuesday night at 9, and we went to Thursdays at 10, and now we're on Sundays at whatever hour. God knows at what hour. And our audience is sort of stuck with us. So I'm grateful. If there was any message, I'd be like, thank you.
Detective Elliott said that you're in charge of the Red John investigation.
That's right. We took the case over from SAC PD in May.
What's happening with the investigation?
That's a big question, Mr. Jane, and we're a little...
Clearly you're older and more experienced than Agent Lisbon. You must have done something pretty bad for them to promote a woman 20 years your junior over you, because she was new and no one else would work with you.
What the hell are you doing, Hannigan?
Okay, seriously, it's not his fault. I deserved it, okay?
He is supposed to act like a professional law officer at all times. Let's get you some ice. Come on.
Good call.
Cold reading.
Cold reading?
You, for instance, you cared for a dysfunctional parent, father probably. That's why you put up with Hannigan.
I don't put up with Hannigan.
His unhappiness reminds you of your father's unhappiness.
Nothing good will come from chasing this man. It's the kind of obsession that destroys people. Go someplace else. Try to get on with your life.
That's just what Hannigan said.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'll tried.
You did. Thank you.